Representation of alternate sexuality in Indian cinema happened first in the 1970s, almost 40 years after Hollywood had cast Bobby Watson as a gay fashion designer in Manhattan Parade back in 1931. For a country still bound by Victorian Puritanism and religious dogmas, where the discourse of sex itself was restricted, hitting the theme even in the 70s was an achievement. In 1971, Badnaam Basti, directed by Prem Kapoor, got released, in which he told the story of bus driver Sarnam Singh, tormented between his desire for his lost lady love Bansari and his cleaner Shivraj. Unfortunately, Badnaam Basti was lost for long, and it resurfaced only in 2020, after hiding for 49 years in an archive in Berlin. Fading into the oblivion was no exception for homosexuality in Indian cinema. Until very recently, we had the likes of Suresh Menon play a gay guy who is chronically horny so as to be ridiculed and laughed upon by the entire cast, including the macho cum emotional hero film after film. We had the late Rishi Kapoor coming from one of the oldest families of Indian cinema, playing a gay principal in Pink or Orange, always looking to hit upon his students or fellow teachers. And we have superstars King Khan and Chote Nawab mistaken to be a gay couple by an elderly maid in Kal Ho Na Ho. Comic reliefs in a movie which is known for the celebration of unconditional love. Worried? Happy? You may be either, but do not be surprised. This is very much the state of alternate sexuality in Indian cinema, restricted to niche, appealing to minorities only. That is why the country still identifies a homosexual male as a gay and not gay. And yet, within this limited count of films, we have some rarely celebrated gems which have portrayed homosexuality beautifully on screen. Celebrating the Pride Month of June in promotion of the self-affirmation, dignity, equality, and increased visibility of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer people as a social group, we at Filmkopath bring to you our top 5 LGBTQ-themed Indian films and discuss why they deserve your attention. We also discuss what constitutes the making of a good alternate sexuality-themed film and how Indian films on the same are different from international ones. This is the 100th video on our channel and we dedicate it to alternate sexuality. If you look at Indian LGBTQ themed films in general, you will realize that the dissociation with people of alternate sexuality is not only related to a certain Article 377. The acceptance is hardly there even within the supposed educated communities. No wonder almost always the films have characters fighting the society, be their families or the outside world. The films are too close to being a rich girl, poor guy narrative or lovers on either side of caste or religious barrier. The pain of emotions, jealousy and insecurities like we have in A Blue is the Warmest Color or Call Me By Your Name is hardly there in Indian films, as the homosexual lovers in our films can hardly afford time for themselves, always fighting the world around and often getting lost in the process. That is on the real. Now think from the real perspective. Real love, same-sex couples or their families hardly have a film that they can watch and get themselves assured. If cinema around is always depicting a harrowing future for your alternate choices, where do you seek respite? Shubh Mangal Zyada Savdhan could have been a game changer. A film with a rom-com vibe, happy ending and a very popular hero playing a homosexual character could have meant big for the LGBTQ community. But unfortunately, the film ends up being too simplistic and tacky. But there are a few films which have been able to convey against this generalized narrative, and we will talk about one such film first.
एक चांद आसमां में रात भर ठहरा है, चांद को पता नहीं तेरा है या मेरा है.
Love by Sudhanshu Saria is one such film at the number 5 position on our list. Love is that unique Indian film which deals with the insecurities and idiosyncrasies of same-sex relationship hardly seen before. The biggest achievement of the film is perhaps it does not underline in any way that the lovers here are of alternate sexuality and treats the film in a way any other film with love, sex, faith, and fidelity would do. That is also the trick in the title of the film. It's LOEV, spelled for love. Only to suggest whether V comes first or E in the spelling, the feeling is the same. Every scene of the film, be the fun and frolic between the couples or the gut-wrenching violence towards the end, is less about being denied something natural and more about that familiar, gender-neutral and quintessentially human experience of navigating a multitude of feelings that you experience only when in love. The film never managed to release in India, but thanks to Netflix, this beautiful love story is available for your watching. Hansal Mehta's heart-wrenching Aligarh is next on our list, based on the real-life tragedy of Professor Ramchandra Siras of Aligarh Muslim University, who was suspended on the grounds of morality. Aligarh takes one step forward for alternate sexuality in Indian cinema using the real names of the people and places involved in the actual incident. In sharing one man's trauma in life, trying to hold on to his right to sexuality, Hansal Mehta's film talks about all those individuals whom the society violated, invading into their privacy. Manoj Bajpayee puts in arguably his best performance ever, bringing out the intricacies of a man on screen who happens to be a homosexual by choice, but loves Lata Mangeshkar numbers like any of us, gets frustrated like any other when hounded by opportunist reporters, and blushes like you and me when he is told that he looks handsome. Apurva Asrani's writing beautifully portrays how sexuality is just another choice of life like so many others, and an alternate choice doesn't make someone ailing or alien. In the beautiful friendship between Bajpayee's Professor Siras and Rajkumar Rao's Deepu, the film also hits hard at the Bollywood stereotype of showing homosexuals falling for any other same-sex character close to them. In fact, we find Professor Siras doesn't even believe in such distinctions between homo and hetero. Reducing my passion to a 3-letter word gay doesn't honor the depth of my feelings. We hear him say, and we cannot agree more.
कोई मेरी फीलिंग को 3 अक्षरों में कैसे समझ सकता है? ये एक कविता की तरह से भावात्मक, एक तीव्र इच्छा जो आपके काबू से बाहर होती है, an uncontrollable urge.
Abhishek Chaube's Ded Ishqiya is the next film on our list. The Naseeruddin Shah Madhuri Dixit starrer is a very special film. First of all, it might be the only Indian film with strong cinematic appeal where a same-sex couple manages to beat the patriarchal society at its own game and escape towards a happily ever after future. That way, the film really inspires. It ends with your spirits high, which is hardly a case for same-sex love stories. And secondly, one of the characters in the couple is also played by one of the most celebrated actors in the country, Madhuri Dixit. She is the Dhak Dhak girl of more than one generation, the dream woman of Rahuls and Prems in full-blown heterosexual love stories. When the same enchantress plans to flee with another woman, Munia, played with effortless ease by Huma Qureshi, that makes a strong statement. Set in a fairy tale-like premise where suitors from different parts of the country come in pursuit of impressing the beautiful Begum amidst the fragrance of poetry and shadows, the choice of the Begum overturns multiple cliches of Bollywood romance. Men recite poetry while women plot for money, and in Munia's one-night stand with Babban, you have your bisexual heroine too. Maybe the lesbian love angle was restrained on the face, but it appeals with its subtle hints and intelligent wordplays. There's this beautiful reference to Ismat Chughtai's Lihaf, a story that had put her on trial based on obscenity allegations. And 7 decades later, although the society has not changed much, we have an Indian film where the Begum dances with her partner in a majestic Bollywood set, while the men, the Nawabs, must hide and stare. Number 2 on our list is Kaushik Ganguly's multiple National Award winning film Nagar Kirtan, starring the amazing Ritwik Chakraborty and an astounding Riddhi Sen. Nagar Kirtan is all that a movie around alternate sexuality can be. The emotions, dilemma, identity, society, love, and the pain. It's a heartbreaking tale of Parimal or Puti, the trans woman played by Riddhi, and his man Modhu, played by Ritwik. Well, you can also say that the two actors transform into Puti and Modhu rather than playing them, making you a close witness to their story and not just a distant audience. The chemistry is poignant, the love feels tender. Leaving behind so many celebrated heterosexual tales, Nagar Kirtan emerges as one of the most sensuous love stories on Indian screen. Nagar Kirtan also brings in Manavi Bandhopadhyay, India's first transgender college principal, in a short cameo where she says how in spite of sex reassignment surgery, she is barred from women's washroom in her college. The film also gets you glimpses of the lives of the trans community of urban India, where the so-called others are left to live in poverty, isolation and everyday struggle. In equating the queer love story of Puti and Modhu with the forbidden love between Radha and Krishna, or putting the popular Kuch Kuch Hota Hai tune to be the background trigger between the lovers, director Kaushik Ganguly continues to suggest that in true love, all externals are insignificant. He does not preach the idea. Instead, he makes Modhu himself realize this first, rise above his dilemmas and familiar fascinations until he realizes Puti is the one for him. Hopefully, our society follows the same arc someday so that such tender love stories in real life meet with a pleasant ending, or rather, beginning.
ছেলে ছেলে প্রেম হয় হচ্ছে তো তুমিও কাজ ফেলে আসছো আমিও রিস্ক নিয়ে আসছি কেন এই জন্য
Before we move to our favorite LGBTQ themed Indian film, we need to do a couple of special mentions. We need to talk about Super Deluxe by Tyagarajan Kumara Raja and Shilpa, the trans woman played by Vijay Sethupathi. Vijay Sethupathi, the superstar of Tamil cinema. When someone of his magnitude and fan following puts up the courage of playing a transgender on screen, that comes across as a mighty bold statement. And when the film gets appreciated by both critics and the fans across the country, Super Deluxe becomes arguably the most mainstream acceptance of queer for Indian cinema. Super Deluxe is so much more than this queer narrative and hence not in our primary list. But what Shilpa does for Indian cinema has to be acknowledged and applauded. The second mention is again a character, Bharati Mondal from Gili Puchi, one of the shorts from the Netflix anthology Ajeeb Dastans. Bharti is from the worst bracket of marginals of our country, a Dalit woman who also happens to be queer. In a society where even a single layer of marginality gets difficult to be represented on screen, that Bharati Mondal exists is itself a revelation. And the beauty of this Neeraj Khaiwan directorial is that not for 1 second the film sympathizes at her ordeals, and instead makes one of the strongest characters seen on Indian screen in recent times. Someone who rises above the casual casteism and workplace discrimination, beating them at their own game. Check out the brilliant Konkona Sen Sharma in Blue, giving one of the finest performances of the year. Blue, the color of Dalit resistance that represented by Kurupi the dog in Periyeram Perumal. And Blue, the color of passion in the Palm d'Or winner, Blue is the Warmest Color, one of our favorite LGBTQ themed films. As we keep on saying, good films talk to each other. Arekti Premier Golpo, again by filmmaker Kaushik Ganguly, is our favorite Indian film on alternate sexuality. The first film on homosexuality shot after the decriminalization of Section 377. a brilliant and original take on queerness, juxtaposing the real life story of actor dancer Chapul Baduri with the fictional filmmaker Obhirup Sen, played by the late queer filmmaker Rituparna Ghosh. It also moves between two time frames to analyze whether there has been any change in the society at all in terms of acceptance of the queer. The most fascinating part of this film is the way almost all major characters of this film lack distinct labels and are in continuous search of their identity. For Chapul, his queerness is a performance, a toggle between the masculine and feminine, which has now overlapped. For Obhirup, such labels are irrelevant. He is sure of himself, defies gendering clothes, and counters every time someone calls him madam, but eventually succumbs to alternate versions of queerness. His need from a relationship might be the same as of any other heterosexual male: promise, dignity, and stability. The film asks interesting questions around the heterosexual nature of expectations that exist even in homosexual relationships, and thus puts on a heartbreaking portrayal of the history, struggle, and continual search of the queer community. This is a film that needs to be celebrated so that even in our acceptance of the LGBTQ themes, a monolithic experience of queerness does not get established, so that nuances, discrepancies, and deviations exist even in our validations and liberations. Well, that's all from us today. Live life by your own rules, love harder than ever before, and be your most unapologetic self. Wishing you all a very happy Pride Month.